Blackridge Mountain had always been a place of warnings. The locals said the mountain breathed at night, that the wind carried voices, and that the forest at its base grew in patterns too deliberate to be natural. When Rowan returned after 20 years away, he didn't expect to feel anything. But the moment he stepped out of his truck, he felt the air shift. The silence was wrong. Not peaceful. Not empty. Watching. Rowan had come back because of the letter. No signature. No explanation. Just one sentence. You left something beneath the mountain. Come before it wakes. He didn't understand it. He didn't want to, but something inside him knew the letter was right. He had left something here. Something he had buried so deeply in his memory that it felt like a dream. He walked toward the old cabin he used to share with his father. The door was unlocked. Dust covered everything. But the moment he stepped inside, he felt it, a vibration under the floorboards like a heartbeat. He froze. The mountain was awake. He found his father's journal on the table. The last entry was written the night Rowan left. The silence is cracking. The thing beneath the mountain is moving again. If Rowan ever returns, it will call him. It remembers him. Rowan closed the journal, his hands trembling. He heard something outside, a soft crunch of leaves. He stepped to the window. A figure stood at the tree line. Tall, still, facing the cabin. Rowan blinked. The figure was gone. He backed away from the window, but the floor vibrated again, stronger this time. The cabin groaned. The lights flickered. Then he heard it, a whisper rising from the ground.
Rowan!
He stumbled backward, heart pounding. The mountain had spoken his name. Rowan followed the vibration to the back of the cabin, where a trapdoor lay hidden beneath a rug. He didn't remember it. He didn't want to, but something inside him knew it had always been there. He opened it. A cold draft rose from below. A tunnel, carved into the earth. He descended slowly, flashlight trembling in his hand. The walls were covered in symbols, spirals, lines, shapes that looked like eyes. The deeper he went, the colder it became. The silence pressed against his ears like weight. Then he heard footsteps behind him. He turned. A woman stood at the top of the stairs. Mara. His childhood friend. But she hadn't disappeared 20 years ago. Rowan whispered, "Mara?" She didn't blink, didn't breathe. Her skin was pale, her eyes hollow. "You came back," she whispered. Rowan stumbled backward. "You're dead. You can't be here." Mara stepped into the tunnel. "You left me here." Rowan turned and ran deeper into the darkness. The tunnel twisted unnaturally, bending in ways that didn't make sense. The walls pulsed like living flesh. The air grew thick, vibrating with whispers. He reached a chamber. In the center stood a stone door. Massive. Ancient. Covered in symbols that glowed faintly. The door pulsed. Like a heartbeat. Rowan felt something inside him shift. A memory he had buried. He and Mara had found this door as children. They had opened it, and something had come out. He heard Mara's voice behind him. "You ain't letting it out. Now it wants you back." The stone door cracked. A low, guttural breath filled the chamber. The thing beneath the mountain was waking. The stone door split open, releasing a wave of cold air that extinguished Rowan's flashlight. The chamber plunged into darkness. Rowan backed away, but the ground trembled violently. A shape emerged from the doorway. Tall, twisted, its limbs too long, its skin pale and stretched thin. Its face was a shifting blur of features. Mara, his father, strangers, children, all merging into one. It whispered his name, Rowan. He fell to his knees, shaking. "What are you?" The creature leaned close. "You opened the door. You fed us. You left us hungry." Rowan shook his head. "I was a child. I didn't know." "You knew enough to run." The creature reached out. Its fingers were long, sharp, dripping with black liquid. Rowan scrambled backward, but the chamber walls shifted, trapping him. Mara stepped beside the creature. "You left me here," she whispered. "You left all of us." Rowan screamed. "I didn't mean to." The creature's voice deepened. "You were chosen." The chamber walls pulsed. The ground cracked. Faces emerged from the stone, dozens of them, screaming silently. Rowan felt the air thicken, pressing against his chest. The creature stepped closer. "You belong to the mountain." Rowan ran toward the tunnel, but the walls closed behind him. The mountain groaned. The creature's footsteps echoed through the darkness. He reached the surface just as the ground split open behind him. The mountain was rising, and it wanted him back. Rowan sprinted through the forest, branches tearing at his clothes. The ground shook violently, trees fell. Rocks tumbled. The mountain roared like a living beast. He reached the cliff overlooking the valley. The mountain was changing. The ground beneath it cracked open, revealing a massive cavern glowing with sickly blue light. The creature climbed out, followed by dozens of figures. People Rowan had known. People who had disappeared, people who had been taken. Mara stood at the front. "You can't run anymore," she whispered. Rowan backed toward the edge of the cliff. "What do you want from me?" The creature answered. "You opened the door. You let us out. You are the key. You are the doorway." Rowan felt the ground crumble beneath him. The creature reached out. "Come home." Rowan closed his eyes and jumped. He fell into the cavern below, swallowed by the blue light. The creature roared. The mountains shook. The forest fell silent. When the dust settled, the cavern sealed itself. The mountain stopped moving. The forest grew still. Blackridge Mountain slept again. But if someone walked close enough to the cliff on a quiet night, they would hear it.